Hi, I'm Bill Cooper and welcome to Outside Again Adventures. Cold weather camping is an outdoor activity that you can enjoy in the fall and winter months. I prefer cold weather camping over camping in the summer for a number of reasons. Number one, it's a lot cooler. Number two, there are not any bugs. And number three, there's just not a lot of people out here in cold weather. Essentially, you can use the same equipment for cold weather camping as you do for summertime camping, with a few exceptions. Of course, you're going to wear warmer clothing. You're going to want a heavier sleeping bag for this cold weather. It's 30 degrees last night. I have a 0-degree rated sleeping bag. Slept warm as toast. It doesn't take a lot of gear for this style of camping. Some people think that camping is very expensive, but it does not have to be that way. There's lots of gear available out there, and like anything else, you can spend as much money as you want. And most of the time, you do get what you pay for. But you can hit that medium price range and still do well. One of the basic things you're going to need is a tent. Here's a Coleman tent that I've been using for almost 20 years. If you'll take care of them, they'll last. And an 8x10 tent is perfect for one or two people. I use it even when I'm by myself because it's got room for a cot, all my gear, and I've still got a good sized walk space right down the middle. Perfect. Another item you're going to need is something to cook meals on. When I'm alone, I carry a small backpacking stove. Again, this is made by Coleman, and they've lasted me a long time, done me very well on lots of camping trips. Now, if I've got several other people coming, I've also got a Coleman 2-burner stove that I use, and hey, you can cook big meals on that stove. But even this little stove makes some pretty fancy meals for me. Comfortable camp chairs are another essential for a good camp. Everybody likes to sit in a chair around a campfire, and I particularly enjoy these lounges where you can kick your feet up and where you can sit back and relax. And I've taken many a good nap in one of these lounge chairs. When I'm camping by myself, just a small aluminum table helps to keep me organized and give me a flat platform to cook on. One tool I like to have at camp is a good camp axe. This one's made by Gerber. They got a sharp edge on them, they last for a long time, got a sturdy composite handle, very difficult to break. A small shovel is another tool that you should take to camp. Comes in handy for digging little fire pits and taking care of some other essentials. And my first aid kits have saved a lot of camping, hunting, and fishing trips over the years because most often people don't think to bring these items such as first aid cream, band-aids, bandages for larger wounds, headache medicine, sinus medication, allergy medicines. All these come in handy when you're going to stay out for several days. Plastic totes are a great thing to use when you go camping as well. Helps keep your gear organized. You can put food in one and other gear in another one, and just makes life a lot easier in camp. Sometimes when I'm camped out for several days, I like to make small day hikes or may stay out overnight. A good solid backpack is essential. Again, this one's made by Coleman, but there are lots of others out there. If you're going to take a backpacking trip while you're camped out, you're going to need the same basic essentials that you'll need in base camp: food, water, and shelter. A good sturdy backpack is essential if you're going to be successful while you're out backpacking and not have a lot of problems. Water bottles, you'll need to carry several of these. Also, you can carry a filtration system if you come up on ponds or streams where you can get water. Food, dehydrated foods are great to carry because they're very lightweight. I like to carry these MREs. This is what our U.S. military forces use. Everything you need, and they're good meals too, and you could cook them right in a package. They're cooked chemically. Another item that I like to take along on a backpacking trip and every hunting trip is a GPS unit. These things are great, and I like them much better than the old map and compass system, although that still works well too. But make sure you carry spare batteries for these things because they can die on you. A handy item at any camp is an 8x10 tarp. I usually carry a couple of these along when I'm at base camp, and sometimes I'll stick either a tarp like this or a sheet of plastic in my backpack because it really comes in handy in covering up items that might not fit into your small backpacking tent. A good set of binoculars is another thing I like to take on backpacking trips. In the fall and winter, the woods are wide open and you can use your binoculars to see some great vistas, or you might spot wild animals like wild deer and turkey as well. And they're great for bird watching. Well, what a gorgeous evening to be camping out. The sun's just going down in the west. A big old full moon's coming up in the east. And the wind has finally calmed down. It's been gusting from 20 to 30 miles an hour for the last 3 days. Boy, last meals in camp are tough. It's always tough to shut a camp down. But I've had my fun. It's about time to come head for home. But last meal I'm cooking, steak, fried potatoes. These are baked potatoes left over from last night. Some leftover steak. Add a few eggs. This is going to make a great last camp meal.